Well, hello everybody. My name is Lindsay, and today I wanted to take you along with me while I clean my house, getting ready for the baby to come, which is basically my entire life right now, is just getting things ready. And I am so excited. We have less than a week before my C-section, and I just went in for my last appointment yesterday, and he is still, his head's like in my lungs, so he's breech. We're having a C-section. That's just the way it is. But like I said, his head is in my lungs and in my rib cage, and oh my gosh, guys, just this last week of pregnancy has been kicking my butt, and I am ready for this baby to come out, not just because I get to snuggle him and give him lots of loves and cuddles, and I get to see Dan as a big brother, but also because I get to breathe again. That'll be wonderful. So, like with every cleaning video that I do, I tend to start with laundry or I start with dishes, and in this one I started with laundry. It's always a good thing to get the laundry put away and folded and just organized throughout the house. That just kind of also gets things going. I've been trying to do laundry at least every other day just to keep up on it. I don't want to have a big pile of laundry when I come home from the hospital, and I don't know when I'm going in exactly. Like, I have my C-section date, but I could go in any time before then too. So I just have been trying to keep up on the laundry, keep it going, make sure that I have no laundry going other than maybe like 2 days worth of laundry. And so I try to make sure I do at least a load every other day, or 2 loads every other day, or a load a day sometimes. And it just helps. And just folding all the laundry as it's coming out is good. I don't do it like right when I pull it out of the laundry, but I will do it before I get the next load in. So it just depends. I'm just doing what I can when I can and however I can do it, and that's where I'm at. But yeah, I don't know. It's just 38 weeks, 39 weeks pregnant tomorrow, and I'm just feeling it. So these last couple weeks I've been a little bit more irritable, I would say, which is kind of funny because I don't get that irritable, but I do get a little bit. And I've noticed my personality, like, kind of just like I'm just more tired and exhausted, and that's just kind of comes along with the territory, I think. Poor Devin. um but yeah, so we are just trying to get through this time, just a few more days. Keep having to pause the voiceover to cough because my tickle, like, I was sick a couple weeks ago, and now the tickle in my throat just will not go away. And I think part of that has to do with like the kid pushing up against my lungs as well. So I think it's all of the things happening all at once, which is okay. It's fine. I'm just trying to get through it. So I did answer the phone with my sister, and it's always nice to have like someone to talk to while you're getting these like really kind of boring, I will say, these boring tasks done, like laundry and dishes and just cleaning in general. It's nice to have someone to talk to, which is why I enjoy watching these kinds of videos and making them as well, because you get to kind of have a friend there while you're getting stuff done. So comment down below what you are getting done today while I am getting my chores done, because it's always good. But I was able to get a lot of cleaning done in this video. It did take 2 days. I will say that. I was not able to do it all in one day. But it did take a couple days to get most of this done, and obviously there's still stuff to do. Cleaning is never, it's never done. Like, I never feel like I'm done cleaning. Like, I kind of overworked myself. Well, not like overworked myself, but I did a lot yesterday. So I didn't even want to do the dishes last night. So I did like walk into my kitchen this morning before doing the voiceover. And I just filled up my sink with soapy water so that when I do go do the dishes, they're not terribly disgusting from yesterday. But as you just got to do what you got to do, and it's fine. And I could have asked Devin to do the dishes, but he was really tired too last night, and it was just, we just kind of wanted to go to bed, and that's fine. And I can get the dishes done today. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I just there's just never ending dishes and laundry and cleaning and all the things. And Dan woke up and was like, "Hey mom, my school bus is broken." So I had to fix that right when he woke up. And it was just, I had to replace the batteries. I guess like it wasn't like a big deal, but it was like still like, it's just never ending. There's always things to do, always things to fix, always things to change. And we have to just be happy with the things that we have done, like the putting the laundry in the laundry basket so that we can have it off the floor, and giving our little boy a hug because he needed a little hug right then, and talking to your sister on the phone and kind of relaxing for a minute and chatting with your cute little guy, and just all the things, just be happy with what you can do and don't pressure yourself too much. Also, did you see Dan planking on top of the laundry basket? I had brought the laundry basket into his room, and then he went and dumped it out and like planked on top of the laundry basket. It was really funny. He actually wanted me to push him around in it, but I'm like, I probably can't do that today, buddy. Maybe in a couple weeks I'll be able to pull you around in a laundry basket, but as of right now, that is not something I can feasibly do. Also, don't you love how Roxy just kind of comes and stands right in front of the camera? She does that all the time. It's hilarious. I am wearing my pants that I got from Costco. I got a 2-pack. I'm actually wearing the other ones right now. They came in the purple ones that are in this video and then a pair of black ones. And I've been loving them. They've been my favorite pants lately because they actually fit around my belly. And they're lightweight, so they're not too hot. And then, yeah, so I got like 2 pairs for $6.97, but like $7 for 2 pairs of pants. I was not sad about it.
I've seen those faces, I've heard all the lies, but you ain't gazing on someone in denial. 'Cause you want dollar bills right now, but you gotta work real hard. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard down. And I say, something knocked you out. You felt your limitations and filled your mind with doubt. You wanna stay chill right now and don't let your eyes off the prize. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard down. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that, have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. If not, says who? Yeah, you can make it too. If not, says who? You can make it. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that, have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. If not, says who? Yeah, you can make it too. If not, says who? You can make it.
always feels so good to get the sheets in the washer. So my sheets were drying and his were in the wash, and we were able to get them on that day. And usually the days that we wash our sheets and blankets and everything is when we give the dogs a bath, as long as we remember to and like actually do it. But so we did end up doing that night. I didn't film it just because it was me and Devin doing it really fast, but Dan and I, after we got the sheets in, we went outside and played for a little bit. He had me bring his basketball hoop outside, and we played, and it was really fun. He loves his little basketball hoop that his grandma gave him, and it's a fun one to bring outside. I hadn't thought to bring it outside before. I don't know why, but he was having lots of fun, and it was really cute. And he's like, "Can I bring my basketball outside?" And I'm like, "Actually, that's not a bad idea." But as you can see, our yard is needing some TLC. The grass died last year in our backyard, and so it's slowly coming back in, but it just looks so sad, and it makes me really sad, but it's okay. It's just something we got to deal with. And we've had really lush grass in the past, but last year we just had such a drought that we lost all of it. But me and Dan kind of played outside for a minute. As you can see, he went down his slide a couple times. I didn't put shoes on him just because I don't know, he gets them really dirty. So it's just like, I don't know, it's just not worth it to wear shoes all the time anyway. Sometimes it's good to be barefoot outside. It's just good for the soul, I think, even though he had socks on, but still. Roxy was having fun outside too. And then here I am just getting our sheets back on the bed. This was a little bit later in the evening. This is one of the last things I did this day, this first day while doing this video, is I got the sheets on the bed, and it did make a big difference to have clean sheets. And I was able the next day to do like vacuuming and stuff. And so I feel like I can breathe better, just when the sheets are clean and the vacuuming is done in my room. And I do try to vacuum fairly often, but it's not my favorite chore, and I don't know. I put it off, but I try and do it like at least twice a week, but you never know. It's just kind of one of those things that you just do when you can. And I'll ask Devin to do it every once in a while too, and that helps kind of bridge the gap from when I do it to when he does it. And obviously Minion found his bed. I think it was this day. I don't know. It might have been, yeah, I think it was this day. I had to literally go get Minion out of his bed because he was just laying in it all day until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I had to like push him out of his bed, and he was really mad at me because he's very grumpy, but he's a really old dog. He's going to be, I think, 13 this year. So he's getting up there in age for sure. But he was really mad because it was like 1 o'clock. He hadn't been out of bed yet, but I was making him go outside to go to the bathroom, as you should when you have a dog. But he doesn't do that very often. Usually he'll get up by about 10 and want to go outside. But that day was not that day. He did not want to get up. He was just like, nope, I am happy. I am happy to be in my bed. I don't want to get up. It's happened a couple times in the last month or so, and I just thought it was so funny. It's funny, but it's also like, come on, dog. You need to go outside and pee. Like, that is important. I do not want to clean up pee from my house when you wake up and you can't hold it in any longer. Oh, and I found a sock inside the bedding. I thought that was funny. I was like, where did this random sock come from? So I just threw it in the sock bin. We have just a little sock bin that I keep in my room, and we go through it every time we do laundry, but sometimes I'll just throw all the socks in there, and then when Devin gets home, I'm like, hey Devin, okay, fold some socks. And then I did some dishes, as you can see, just getting the dishes in the dishwasher after dinner. I think I made some beef stew that night, and it was really good. Beef stew and then some bacon on the side, and it was delicious, and we ate it all gone. Like, I actually do really like it when we eat all of the food and I don't have a bunch of leftovers. I think I have like maybe half a serving left of that, so maybe that's what Dan will eat for lunch today. But like, it wasn't like a ton of stuff, and yeah, I was able to get, I think, most of this stuff into the dishwasher, which was really nice. So it's, getting it clean. I think I might have been able to get it all in there. I might have had to like wash one or two things, which is never too bad. I think maybe I had to wash that pan. I don't know. That was the eggs I made that morning. So, had to let it kind of get the eggs off the side really quick. So I had to soak it. But yeah, it feels really good to get dishes done and to just have the house at a good place when you go to bed. And then the next day is when I did most of the actual like cleaning. So there's like prep work that you have to do into cleaning. So like you have to do the most important things, which are laundry and dishes. There was like this little sticky part on this bowl that I think I washed it twice in the dishwasher, and then it came out with this little sticky thing on it. So I had to put it back in the dishwasher a third time after getting that little part off. So now it's clean, I think. I mean, I haven't actually checked, but I'm pretty sure it's clean. But yeah, so there's the prep work that you have to do before like actually like cleaning. So you have to like do all the dishes, clear off the counters, tidying, I guess, put away laundry, just kind of those things. And then cleaning is like what I think cleaning is like actually like cleaning the counters off like with a wipe, and then vacuuming and mopping and wiping toilets and doing all that fun stuff. So that was what I did the next day. And I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty tired out by the time I was done. But then I went into my doctor's appointment, and that was really good too. But there's just always stuff to do when it comes to cleaning and tidying, and that's okay. That's kind of just the way it is. Like, you just kind of have to be okay with the fact that nothing is ever done. And I think that's just like being a mom and a homemaker, or just in general, just being a human being. Nothing is ever finished, but just keep going, keep trying to make things better. I think I did have to wash that one cookie sheet at the bottom of the thing because it wouldn't have fit in the dishwasher. But I did wash it by hand because it is always nice to have a clean sink at the end of the night. And I'm speaking from experience from having either a clean sink the night before or not. Like last night, I did not have a clean sink, and it doesn't feel as good the next morning, but it's okay. Sometimes you just kind of have to let things slide, let things not be perfect, and that's okay too. Everything just will fall into place, and that'll be just fine.
With you, everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. My wheels in motion, I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean. I can see you want this too, 'cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know, and I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. Before the sun goes down. It's what you
All right, now that I got the kitchen and the living room picked up at least a little bit, I mean, it's not perfect, but I got most of it done and I'm wiping off the counters with just a wet rag. I didn't actually use any cleaner because I was just like, I'm just going to make it as good as I can with a wet rag. I don't want to use cleaner right now. I don't know. There's times when I do and there's times when I don't. And this day was one of the times that I didn't, so I just kind of scrubbed them down with water and a rag, and that's good too. But just wiping off the counters it makes a big difference making the counters clear, just having a couple things on them so that it really isn't like cluttered and everything, just the candle and my banana holder basically. So that's it. There were a couple other things on the counter. You can't see them right now, but they're things that I had Devin carry downstairs last night after I finished filming this video. So you'll see them later in this video. I'm not sure if you see them while I'm cleaning the kitchen or cleaning off the counters, but when I'm doing the floors, I think you'll see them. And as I was doing the counters, I decided I'd wipe off the stove just a little bit. It just had some crumbs all over it as it does get because it is a gas burning stove, so it had quite a few crumbs on top, and that's okay too. I was listening, I think, to Dana K. White's podcast in this video. I know I was listening to it during this video. I'm just not sure if I was doing it right here, but I think I was listening to a Caleb Hammer clip in this video, actually, what I'm doing right here. And so I'm like carrying my phone around with me. It looks really funny, but that's what I was doing. So I don't know. Sometimes I listen to podcasts, and sometimes I watch YouTube videos, but this time I was probably doing both, honestly. But yeah, so just cleaning off the crumbs inside the thing with just water and a rag. I think I've rinsed out the rag a few times here and there whilst doing the counters and the stove. And no, it's not perfect, guys. There are still probably some crumbs and food residue because that's what happens with stoves. But it looks much better and it feels much better. And I definitely need to do a deep clean on the stovetop again, but it's all right. It's not too crazy. As long as I get most of the stuff off, I feel pretty good about it. It's like 98% done, you know. Just I could have used some cleaner probably, and that would have helped, but it's okay. Just do what you can. And I didn't want to tire myself out too much, so I just kind of was doing the things that I felt like were the most important, like taking out the diaper pail trash, which is always important for sure, and getting that put back. And then I think I head to the bathroom next. But yeah, so I did want to pick up Dan's room, but I was just like, guys, I can't do Dan's room today. I did a little bit, like tiny bit of cleaning up in his room, put a couple books away, but honestly, he went in there 10 minutes later to, I'm going to say it in air quotes, clean his room, and he messed it up a lot. So he was helping me by cleaning his room, but mostly just like playing in his room while I cleaned the rest of the house, and I was okay with that. Took out the trash in the bathroom, which always feels good, and I had left all the windows open this day, and it felt so nice to have the windows open so that I could have the house like breathe a little bit. And while cleaning, it's super helpful to do that as well. I tend to put the soap, like the hand soap dispenser, on that little shelf because Dan will play with the sink and the soap. As you can see, he like went straight for it. I hadn't used the rag yet before I wiped his hands, just so you know. I didn't use that on anything until I had just barely grabbed it and put a little bit of water on it, and then he grabbed all of the cleaner that I'd just put on the thing, so I wiped his hands with that rag, but, you know, I had to wipe his hands off. It's just, he always gets into everything, so I think this is about when I was going to put him in his room, because I needed a little bit of a break, you know, oh, but it's always fun, you know. And then cleaning the toilet, just wiping it down on the outside for the most part, and then swishing the inside of the bowl with some cleaner, and that's all I really did. I just used the same rag I used on the sink, and just kind of wiped it down with some cleaner, And then I used a little bit of toilet paper to kind of wipe down anything that was wet so that when you sit down on the toilet seat, it's not like wet, you know, just kind of cleaning it up a little bit, making sure that I didn't leave any cleaner anywhere anyway. But yeah, just kind of a quick swish and clean, and that's about it. I wasn't too worried about it. And sometimes that's just all you got to do is make sure everything is ready to go. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm just kind of wiping things down with the toilet paper at the end just because it looked a little wet and I didn't want there to be like weird spots and all that fun stuff. But then just sweeping really quickly, and I guess Dan was around. I hadn't put him in his room yet because he did come in and try and help me with the broom and the Swiffer. That was fun. He helped me downstairs with the other bathroom with his Swiffer. No, with my Swiffer, but he thought it was his because he thinks everything is his. But he was thinking he was being very helpful, but it's just not always the case, but that's okay. 3-year-olds are not always the most helpful with cleaning, and that's all right. It's good for them to experience mom cleaning the house and helping out a little bit here and there. But so I just Swiffered the floors. I mean, I could do like a full-on scrub of these floors because they still have some glue residue from when I put them in. One day I did like kind of go around with Goo Gone, but it didn't get all of it. But it is a lot better than it was. But yeah, I could go around and like sit and scrub these floors, but I just have not wanted to since I did it that one time. I didn't even want to do it that one time. I won't lie to you. I didn't want to do it then either. But I did do it, and it does look better after doing it, and it feels better too, but I need to do it again. And the floors, they used to look like this floor that's in my bathroom here. And I love the way they look so much better now, even though they are still like, they're not like the best thing in the world. As you can see, I had to go steal the Swiffer away from Dan because he was spraying it in the hallway where there is carpet. So I'm like, we don't spray the Swiffer in the carpeted areas, bud. Sorry. And then I told him to take the broom and go sweep for me. I didn't care where. I just told him to take it and sweep for me. And he did. I think he actually just went and laid on the stairs, though, actually, if I'm remembering correctly. But Swiffering the floors always makes a big difference, even if it isn't like full-on scrubbing. It does still make it feel so much cleaner, and I can't believe how dirty these little pads are after. They're the reusable pads from... I got it on Amazon. I'll link them down below if you're interested. But they get so dirty. And then they clean really nice, which is awesome. But they definitely show it. And then I did just decide to wipe down the top of this toilet. I cleaned this toilet, I think, in my last video. But I just felt like wiping it down again with a disinfectant wipe on the top, just for fun. I mean, not fun, but you know what I mean, just to make it a little bit nicer. And then I did end up bringing in the bath mats for this bathroom that I had washed, and they'd been sitting in my laundry room for quite a while, so they're a little scawampus, but it's okay. And then I did put the toilet paper roll on the roll, and then I did empty the garbage can. So just little things, little touches that help. I probably still need to wash the mirror and wipe down the inside of the shower because we're going to have people staying at our house and they're going to be using that bathroom. So I do want to kind of wipe down the inside of the shower. I did take the Swiffer to the floor of the shower just because it had some stuff on the bottom, and I was like, okay, I'm going to just Swiffer this really quick. But I'm going to have to go take some cleaner and clean the inside of the shower and wipe it down and scrub it maybe a little bit, but that was not going to happen this day. But this is when I had Dan go in his room. It was just me and Roxy. Minion and Dan went into Dan's room, and me and Roxy hung out here while I vacuumed, and Roxy was not super happy about the being out here with the vacuum, but it's okay. She survived.
I met him on a sunny day in late July, and everything turned upside down. I almost lost track of time as weeks went by. I couldn't get him off my mind. I told him I want that great love, like standing in the middle of a bonfire. You don't know how you got there, but you hold tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. And tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't wanna let you go. Cause we wanted different things, and I have to deal with it, but it's not easy. So tell me how to let go, cause you really seem to know how to carry on your own. Ever since I got a good look in his eyes, I just knew that he was special. He said he wanted to take it slow, but I couldn't help that I wanted to take it to the next level. Cause I wanted that great love, like standing in the middle of a bonfire. You don't know how you got there, but you hold tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. And tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't wanna let you go. Cause we wanted different things, and I have to deal with it, but it's not easy. So tell me how to let go, cause you really seem to know how to carry on. Sunny day in late July, and everything turned upside down. I almost lost track of time as weeks went by. I couldn't get him off my mind. I couldn't get him off my mind. Lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. And tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't wanna let you go. Cause we wanted different things, and I have to deal with it, but it's not easy. So tell me how to let go, cause you really seem to know how to carry on. How to carry on your own.
So, what is something that you need to get done today that is nagging on your to-do list, or just something that, just you have to do anyway? Like, I obviously Swiffering is always a good thing, but or just sweeping and cleaning in general is always a good thing. It's always good to get those things done and to clean the floors and to have a clean home so that we can have better breathing habits for one, but also for just the cleanliness aspect of everything. It feels so much better when everything's at least somewhat cleaner. Obviously, there's not a perfect amount of clean that gets done in my house. I have 2 dogs, a kid, and there's 2 adults that live here too, and that contributes as well. And there's always little jobs that need to get done. But what's something that's on your list that is just needing to be done? And is it something that you can get done in 5 minutes? Because if it is, just maybe drop what you're doing and grab it and do it for 5 minutes, and you'll feel so much better at the end. Even while being 38 weeks pregnant, I'm trying to live by that rule where if it'll take less than 5 minutes, it's probably just worth it to just do it and to not sit and complain about it for a while, which is what I normally do. And I'm learning and I'm trying to get better at it. I did clean the landing right by the door that goes outside with the Swiffer before I did take off the little pad and stuff. But yeah, and then this is the last thing I think I did is I made the bed for the basement room and kind of cleared out the room a little bit. I moved the bassinet into the office, and there were a few other things that you didn't see me move, but I did move them into the office. They're not heavy. I just kind of dragged them in there really quick. And then I was able to finish putting the bed together, and I'm going to have Devin, I think, go down there with the vacuum and vacuum the floors. But I did want to kind of putty one spot before he does that. So I was waiting to do that before, like I was waiting to putty it before we, vacuum everything again. The floors really aren't bad, so if I didn't vacuum, it would probably be fine, but it does look a little bit nicer when things are vacuumed. But putting this bed together was really nice to get done so that when we have people staying here for watching the dogs when we're in the hospital, it'll be good that they have a bed to sleep in. It's important. But yeah, it's just trying to get these little things done so that we can head to the hospital without any issues and just not have to worry about this kind of stuff. I mean, if I had gone into labor whilst doing this, obviously someone else could have come in and made the bed and that would have been fine. But just having it done beforehand is very helpful, and I'm okay with that. So that's what I'm working on, is just getting these little jobs done so that, it can be just a little bit nicer for the people that are coming to watch our dogs. We have two of them. Watch our dogs for us, and it's just really, we're very grateful for the help that we have and the family that we have that are willing to help and do those kinds of things. And then just over here, I just wanted to move all of the baby stuff out of this room just so it's not in the way. And I do need to fold those blankets though still. They're just kind of piled up on that little table right there. I'm probably going to move them. And my hospital bag is still on the floor, but that's okay. It's just kind of where we're at. And yep, that's everything for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!